think I'm finished. Thank you for your help. Appreciate it very much.
You gonna do all of these?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, what's the name?
Hi everyone, welcome into another video. I'm so glad you're here. I'm taking you on a ride along, a thrift with me, but this is my jewelry hunt. This is something I do pretty much on a daily basis, if not, I would say about 4 times a week. I live in a huge city, Houston, Texas, so we have Goodwills, probably more Goodwills than McDonald's. We have them everywhere. This is one of my particular favorites. And here it's interesting because I'm looking through every one of these little plastic bags where normally other Goodwills will put their little individual pieces in plastic bags only if they're a little bit higher value as far as precious metals, maybe some gemstones, that kind of thing. So I literally have to go through every one of those bags, and they are piled into baskets and bins and little plastic bins, etc. I have found some wonderful things in those bins, and in those little plastic bags. Here is a wonderful mother of pearl piece. I am kind of experimenting with this camera angle, so excuse me if I get some extreme close-ups on those, but that was a really wonderful piece. I filmed this a couple of weeks ago, so excuse me if I don't recall everything that I actually picked up, but I know some of the things I left behind and I regret them, and I'm seeing them now, and I really wish I had picked them up. I don't believe I picked up these Sarah Coventries. I was really struggling to see the mark on them, the maker's mark, but then I took a little close-up on them and I could see that they were indeed Sarah. And Sarah's really easy to distinguish as well. They have a very unique finish on their gold. It's even got a different color, so you can kind of spot it pretty quickly. I don't believe I picked up those. I'm not too sure now. Those are Kendra Scott, and that's only because I've had a few, and they do still sell very well, especially on Poshmark. You can probably still get about $40 to $50 on those, but I like to bring them to my auctions, and I start my auction prices fairly low, and sometimes I can get some enthusiasm on them, and sometimes they just kind of go for a few dollars. So I don't recall. That was a nice brooch there as well. That was a little vintage piece. I had to untangle quite a bit of these. They kind of get piled on me. Plus, the thing about thrifting is that you're constantly going through them these are very popular items. So I have to kind of sweep through them before other hands come around. And I don't know if you've been in that situation, but it can get a little hairy because I have to ask for those racks. They are in the bottom, and so I kind of rushed through them. This is a beautiful piece. I don't believe I took that, and I think it was a loft, and it was so pretty. I regret not taking it. That's a little piece of amethyst. Amethyst is pretty prolific, so it's not a high value stone, but that was a pretty one. And of course the AB crystal buttons, they're kind of a classic. They are something that I see pretty often, and again I have to think of my resale point of view and how quickly I can move things so that I can turn a profit on them and go back and get more. I didn't get those pretty little swirly earrings. Now these are quite interesting. I still haven't picked them up, and I just saw them again a couple of days ago. Look how pretty they are. They're kind of a rose gold. They almost look gold filled, but there is a stone missing, and they are a twist back, so of course they're vintage. Let me know if you know anything about that particular earring, because I'm interested in the material. I'm not sure what it could be. It kind of looked like mother of pearl, but I'm not sure. And this, oh my gosh, I sure hope I picked this up because I do not recall if I did. I'll have to look in my stash, and like I say, always stay tuned for my thrift hauls. This looks like an absolute ruby. It matches my ruby ring that I'm wearing. And I sure hope I picked it up. It absolutely looks like a genuine ruby. Of course, it's acrylic or something. I don't even think it's glass. But the color is so rich. Those facets are amazing. Don't you think it looks great? I really like that one. I still have an absolute affinity for watches, especially flashy little trendy ones like that. That's a beautiful rose gold. I don't believe I picked it up though, because I often get watches in my grab bags, in my jewelry jars, jewelry bags that I pick up. I did pick up that amazing piece right there. Stay tuned to look for that. That totally reminded me of a Gucci handle on the Gucci bags of the 90s. Oh, they were so popular. So I really love it. And I love the look of bamboo. I've had bamboo bangles and they look beautiful. They're lightweight and they just have a really nice presence to them. So that one also had kind of an elongated ring. So it really looked nice draped on the neck. I really did love that one and I picked it up. I did not pick this one up and I believe this was a J. Crew or a loft, and I should have, but again, those are all $10 a piece. They're very expensive. They're either 10 or marked for a little more or a little bit less, and then it depends on what day you go. I swear, some days they tell you they're $8, some days they tell you they're 10. They have little tickets on the bottom of the rack, so it just varies. That's a fabulous Chico's. Did not pick that one up too, and I just saw it again. I'm going to see if they have it on Monday. If they have it on Monday, I may go ahead and get it, because now that I'm seeing it here on the video, it looks amazing. I know this is a cliche now and kind of definitely passé, kind of even childish, but that stretch bracelet had amazing beads on it. Really pretty. I love this look. This is totally glam, greed 80s. I love it. Very artsy. Really pretty. I picked up all of those 3 bangles. They're all beautiful wood, beautifully made. So you will see those in the haul soon. I really love the look of it, and I love the melodic sound of those clanking bangles. Here's another pretty one, and I always check to make sure the fit, not only because I hope to wear them if they don't sell, etc., but most people wear a standard 7 1/4, so I always check the size. These are a pair of amazing cuffs. They are made of metal, black enameled, beautiful colored stones. Every time I see matching cuffs like this, of course I think of wearing them twinning, as the wonderful, iconic Jackie Kennedy Onassis did with her Jean Schlumberger Mache cuffs. She was such an icon that to this day, that is what I think about. That is what many people think about when they see the twinning cuffs. Others do it, but nobody did it like she did it. I was very happy to see some of these baubles that are hanging here, because I actually bought these later. As I said, this was pre-recorded, and some of these made their way into my jewelry jar, and I'm happy that they're picking things out of the rack, because they used to do that a while back, and I feel like many thrift stores are now just scooping the bottom of the barrel and not going back to see what is kind of dead stock or not selling from their counters. These glass beads are so beautiful. Please let me know who you watch on YouTube that knows glass. Someone mentioned a channel and now I forgot it. I should have gone over and immediately subscribed, but apparently this YouTuber does nothing but glass beads, knows all about them, has written a few books, a true expert. So let me know who are your favorite books, which are your favorite books, authors, etc., and YouTubers that are dedicated to knowing and talking about glass beads. I really appreciate the feedback. Leave it in the comments if you would. Also, let me know if you like these shorter videos, or I know that I am used a lot for ASMR, and believe me, I'm living for it. I'm here for it. That's great. I do a lot of 30-minute, hour-long videos when I do hauls, but I do like these short little excursions. I think we get a lot done in 10 to 15 minutes, and let me know your opinion on that as well. Again, I think this particular necklace also made it into one of my bags. Now, I was a little disappointed with that pink one there, because when I touched it there, it was perfectly fine, but when it wound up in my bag, it was sticky. I don't know if you recall, but I mentioned that it felt like it had been sleeping with a soda overnight, and I tried cleaning it, but it really had a sticky residue. All right, I think I'm finished. Thank you for your help. Appreciate it very much.
You're gonna get all of these?
Yes, ma'am.
And what's the name for them?
I'm gonna go pay right now.